Well, hello there. I'm Christine and welcome to my channel for this week's Astro Tarot reading for the week of the 12th of March to the 19th of March. When I talk planetary dates, it's just take a day or so either side so the energies have a chance to be effective based on wherever you are in the world. I'm just going to talk a few major energy shifts that happen this week. You can there's a lot more, and also when I talk about some of the planetary shifts, do look where it is in your chart, and just that way you can sort of see if it may be impacting you in any way. So I'll just give my notes because I do have notes because it's been such a little bit of stuff happening with that. So I'll move that over there and bring this across. No. How will I do this? Okay, this will do. I'm looking at the camera, I hope. So on March the 12th, which is today for me, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, freedom, optimism, is forming a conjunction or meeting up in the sky with the asteroid Chiron, which in psychological astrology signifies the part of us that is deeply wounded or has been wounded, or we're still carrying wounds from that, but it's also a place, that part of us that we can allow healing to take place. And the way I see it is, if you've been wanting to make change in a situation that's been troubling you, well, here is an opportunity while these two energies are in Aries to take that energy and shift from the thinking stage. If you've been thinking about what's been troubling you and how you're going to deal with it and things like that, and move it to the action stage. And that way you can reach out and get any help that you may need to get your life moving in the direction that you want to go, because this is like an opportunity to be the best version of yourself. And this is also supported by, on the 15th of March, we have the third or last quarter moon, depending what area and how you say it, which is a moon that's in Sagittarius. Now, just to back up a bit, with the sun in Pisces, which is a water sign, and the moon in Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, this can bring an energy of a need to take action. This is because with the sun in Pisces, it is shining a light on our feelings, and the fire energy is in the moon with the Sagittarius. It also brings a sense of inspiration and that drive to take action, with a sense of optimism that, yes, I could do something, and maybe it's better to do something than nothing at all. On the 16th, we have Venus moving from Aries into the sign of Taurus, and Venus rules Taurus alongside of Libra. And when Venus is in Taurus, it can bring a focus on what we desire for emotional security, and that can be a representation of all things beautiful, having nice surroundings, wonderful food, and feeling secure with having some money in the bank. And also Venus can bring us an urge to feel and look good and to be healthy, because that there's also that health is wealth energy as well. So that is sort of coming in with Venus on the 16th. By the end of the week of is the 19th, we have Mercury moving into Aries, and that can bring a sense of confidence. We're smart, we can be witty, we can have that quick verbal comeback when someone says something to us, with this strong urge to want to win, because Aries energy in the sign is wanting, I must win, I do win, and Mercury is quick thinking and logic to make sure we sort of can just verbally get that answer out quickly and think quick on the spot as well. So looking at the cards, I'm just going to change cameras again with that, because that might be a little bit better. There we go. Yes, I have my t-shirt on again today. So many people messaged me and said how they liked it. We're going to use the Rider-Waite-Smith, and we're going to use the Chinese Tea Leaf Fortune cards by Ray Hepburn, and also I just had the urge to pull out a couple of Making Magic Oracle messages from Priestess Moon. So they've all been cleared, but just wondering what energies we get for the week with this. And given that we have Jupiter in Chiron, we have a third or last quarter moon with bringing a sense to take action, with the moon in Sagittarius there. Fire energy sees the day, and we have Venus moving into Taurus, which is wanting us to do what we need to do to feel secure, and that's sort of an energy with that. And then what was the last one? Oh, Mercury having to win at all costs, but also bringing us quick ideas. This is Venus in Virgo. She's very much like Venus in Taurus, being another earth sign. I'll just give these a little quick shuffle, see what we've got. Oh no, they're all round the wrong way. No, they're not. We're just going to take it as it comes, because we're running out of time. And as it comes is as it comes. I did clear them, but I didn't sort of put them all in order in the sense of perfectness in that way. I've moved my office around to shift the energy as well, and just sort of adapting to something new, which is good. So there we have those. Just pop them up there. So let's have a look at what we have with the week coming up. Okay, I'm going to take it from the top. So here we are with the 8 of coins or pentacles. Here we have the 10 of wands, and then we have the 8 of swords. That's 2 8s. 8 and 8 is 16, and that makes 7, so that's change. Then we have the moon, and then we have the 2 of swords. So I just might read this as it comes, and then sort of think, well, let's sort of address it. So we start off with an energy around us of this week of wanting to, I think it's this Venus thing, of wanting to get everything in alignment or work at things that have been bothering us. It's a whole strong energy for this week of work. What we need to do, it will involve work, because facing and making change is not always easy, and there can be it's a tick. It starts off here, I want to make change, I'm in the thinking stage, then I'm in the action stage, and then it goes down and we do the change, and then you can hit that little bit of a difficult time with it, and then you can, if you can get through that, then you're on your way up quite easily. So it's all about being prepared, putting everything in alignment. So if you're wanting to make change, just for example, a lot of people don't know I'm a hypnotherapist, and a lot of people come to want to stop smoking, and before people come to me, they are in the thinking stage that they may want to stop smoking for whatever the reasons are, and then we always talk about, well, what have you done? And they have gotten rid of their ashtrays. Sometimes they've had their last cigarette and said goodbye. Sometimes they've got juice in the fridge if they need it. I often give people a tick list to draw from if they want to sort of get some ideas, and they've worked out what else they're going to do with their hands. Like some people are kinesthetic, and it's often about the hands. So that's that thinking stage, and then at making the phone call, and then talking about it, and then we make the appointment, and then we have the action stage, and then we come along, and people obviously leave the office in a very positive and buoyant sense. But then there's the work to get put in, and I never lie and say to people, this is a walk in the park, and it can be for some, but for some people on a day-to-day basis, change can be a bit of a challenge. And what are you going to do to face that challenge? And then once it becomes a pattern, because it takes 21 days to make change, then you can sort of see the tick going up, and people ring me and say they've done it. They send their friends, various things. But anyway, I just use that as an example because it comes to the top of my head, because I've had a busy week working with people this way, and so that's how it is. So it's about getting that preparedness this week, this energy, getting everything lined up if you are wanting to make change, if you are wanting to do some sort of work and healing for yourself, and knowing what that is, because ultimately you do it. You can reach out and get a guide to help you, obviously, but ultimately it's you that does the work, and you should also feel good about that, because you are the one that does it. There's no magic out there. So here is this opportunity to make change, put the work in, and get your life moving in the direction that you want it to go. But it is going to come with its ups and downs, and it is going to come with needing to put that effort in, because realize in the background we have had Saturn moving into Pisces, and Pisces is about having structure, being organized, and being prepared to do what it takes to get to where you want to go. So there's that energy there with that. So if you're feeling bound up with everything and changes and energies and thoughts, because Mercury's been in Pisces, and I don't think he's very happy in that sign, and you can feel a little bit energetically bound up and not feeling that you're moving forward in the way that you want it to go. Realize that you can take just one step to move how you want to go, one step to reach out, one step. And you can also find that, trust that by the end of the week, when Mercury moves into Aries, a lot of this difficult thinking that you've been having to work through and deal with will just become a lot easier, I believe, with that energy shifting with that. We can expect to hear a lot of talk about the moon. We can expect to hear talk about people making change emotionally. We can expect to hear people wanting to move forward, and where people are wanting to, it's that sort of feeling, because a lot of planets are in Pisces, and it's that feeling of endings and beginnings. And so with the moon card there, trust that with the phases and the changes that come with the moon, that change is going to come about. And if you're feeling tense and overwhelmed, the moon card tells us to step back and just sort of take some time and get creative and do some painting, do some journaling, because knowing, once you get in tune with the moon, that's rhyming, then you find that you can know the up times and the down times, and you can time to do self-care and trust that the moon there's phases, and that like the moon it will move into another phase, and it's just sort of like swings and roundabouts. It's all tidal and things like that, and you just learn to go with the flow a little bit more, and that's what I feel that is about with that. So by the end of the week, we have the Two of Swords, which is a very challenging card. We're going to know that by the end of the week we have going to be reflecting back on how we've had to change our attitude to move from stress and make ourselves calm. And I'm just going to think, well, here we have a challenging card here at the end, and I'll just shuffle it and ask the cards to say, what will help us through this time of change and being open to change, and because we can want change and we can be open to change at a conscious level, but sometimes at an unconscious level we can sort of realize that there's something that a part of us that may not want to move as forward as quickly as we'd like, and then we address that, but it's not a big deal because we're all made up of parts and they've all got a mind of their own. I'm just going to take this one and I'll do the cut, and on the bottom we have the cups, the Knight of Cups. It's all about Mercury because that's his little wings on the end of the week. That's actually going to bring a bit of sense and sensibilities to help us cross through and be more mentally and emotionally together with that, because the week is going to end well, and there's support there if you need it, and tells you to reach out to support someone who you know, like and trust, someone you feel you can reach out to, or if you're feeling that's a little bit challenging, well then reach out to your church or a counselling phone line people in your area, because it can be a little bit. There's been a lot of planetary shifts happening, and we've got Pluto moving in next week into Aquarius, and he's sort of backing up and moving in it energetically. There's the stirrings, and we've had planet, as I said, Saturn moved into Pisces, and that took energy, and it's at intense degrees, those first 3 degrees. So we're all doing well, and remember to practice self-care and trust that we're going to have our mind and our heart into gear with what we want. So looking at our tea leaves, I'll just pop it over there. That could go there, couldn't it? I also just had a flash there that he can be your guiding angel or your spirit guide to help you. So don't be hesitant to reach to a higher force for any assistance you might be, because they're there to give us guidance. Our spirit guides, our angels are all there. So he's on a white horse, he's lovely, and help us cross through the emotions to move forward. So getting on with these, just move those to the side for a minute, bring this one down, sorry about this. There we go, and we'll cut these into 3, and I'll take the top 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, if you have, I don't know which area they've come in, it won't matter. If you've had some sorrow, these problems are temporary, because as I said, like the moon and the phases, to remember that this too shall pass, I think is the slogan for some of this week. And trust that there's going to be an increase by the end of the week, either in material wealth or spiritual growth. The fish are very optimistic. So if you've had been waiting on some money coming into you, towards you, that could come your way, and also spiritual growth there. We'll take 3 from the top here, 2, 3, and turning them over, 1. Frying pan, trouble and accusations, and some may be feeling the financial pinch and a period of frustration, but there is lessons to be learned. So these cards are reflecting the tarots, And I'm going to ask that what will help us to, let's see what's on the bottom, to move through and work with this. We have the teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So, just, these are written in another time, obviously, but reach out to a friend, have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and just share what you're feeling, or be prepared to listen if someone else is healing, because it's amazing what can get done and achieved, and that feeling of camaraderie, that feeling of healing can happen just over sharing a cup of tea with someone. And our final cards, 1, 2, and 3, we have the dragon. The dragon is warning not to become self-delusional with stuff. And I think, for me, I think that talks about life is any changes we want to make is not going to happen magically. We have to be prepared to do some work with that, internal work. But that will then bring peace and harmony, and we can then look forward to a light-hearted and carefree time, which I think is reflecting this final Knight of Cups here, which is always a welcome card in a reading. So that brings those there, like that. And then finally, shall I pick 3 of these? I'm going to cut them into 3. 1, as they come, 2, 3. So this one is the Labyrinth, and it was just turned up in there with the shuffle of the mix-up. So this is a card number 12, and I find 12 is a card of 3, which is change and growth. Raising your energetic vibration will bring you a sense of enlightenment this week. So I think that's a wonderful message from the Making Magic Oracle. And then I'm going to turn this one over, and we have just the wording, Felix Reflections. This is a powerful symbol, a power symbol to create lucky and serendipitous events. So keep an eye out there for the magic to happen. If it feels like it's all becoming a little bit doom and gloom and you're wading through molasses, just remember to look for the magic that's out there, and it will be there. It might be in a flower, it might be in the sky, you might look up and see Venus or Jupiter or something, or it just might be someone walking past you giving a smile. There's magic everywhere, and lucky turns too. And then finally, with the 3rd card, we have Abracadabra with Wings. Fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. Now, I feel that all ties in with, by the end of the week, we're to stay optimistic all week, no matter what ups and downs we have. We need to stay optimistic, trusting that we have angel energy, magical energy, spirit guide energy, the planetary energy, all there working to help us if we want it there. We just only have to look around, because there's I think there's some book was saying that there's magic everywhere. So thank you for watching. If you liked the readings, please like and share or subscribe. I'm not sure the link go with YouTube, because that lets other people see the channel, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.